In a world with over 7 billion people who travel in an increasing amount of cars, motorcycles, buses, trains, trams, and subways, enough space on the roads for everyone is no longer guaranteed. Time to make sure that safer roads and cleaner cities become a reality and that more people gain access to more forms of sustainable transportation. In a discussion that ran alongside the UN Open Working Group on the Sustainable Development Goals, UN Habitat, UN DESA, and the Sustainable Low Carbon Transport Partnership discussed how to integrate the question of transport into the future development agenda.
Tendency to downplay a transport agenda and development discourse was plain wrong, and it's time to get it right.
The demand of mobility for persons and goods and services is exploding. And that is this change of scale. It's one of the main reasons to justify some kind of taking this point in the Sustainable Development Goals.
In developing areas of the world, owning a car is often a symbol of status and a tool for economic development. Having to rely on absent or poorly managed public transportation methods exclude many from access to better jobs, healthcare facilities, and schools, and isolates poor communities. Sustainable Transport Action Plans therefore seek to strike a balance between the need of families to have a car and a more comprehensive public system in urban areas.
First and foremost, let's be clear. Sustainable transport does not mean that there will not be cars. It is essentially, and it is totally clear, that cars are there to stay and that cars have an important role to play in transport systems. The question is, however, how do we consider cars?
Together with clean water and sanitation and affordable housing, safer and cleaner traffic conditions are vital for the safety and livability of cities. Road traffic accidents account for 3,500 deaths per day, and for the millions of school children who commute to and from school on foot, safer roads are an issue of life and death.
The cost of inaction, which we talked about earlier today, is millions of lives unnecessarily lost and trillions of dollars unnecessarily spent.
In the United Nations My World survey that measures the world's opinion on what the priority areas for the Post-2015 development agenda are, better transport and roads currently ranks 12 out of 16. Leaders in the field of transportation agree that more awareness needs to be created.
What we think that the way forward is to have an active dialogue with all the different communities, the health community, the agricultural community, the urban community, and see how does transport intersect with their agenda and then move forward in a joint and combined manner.
Every 6 seconds, a person gets killed or seriously injured on the road. And poor air quality contributes to another 3.2 million deaths each year. The transportation community is determined. Traffic needs to be safer, greener, and more inclusive. And the only way to accomplish that is to make sure that transportation becomes a key element of all future development agendas. For South-South News, I am Shari Naiman from the United Nations.